Hello and welcome to Spoiled Tomatoes, the only movie review game show on the internet, probably.
Maybe.
I have not seen one. Have you seen one?
I haven't looked, and if I can't see it, it doesn't exist.
Sure, right. I'm your host, Nate Bowden, and with me is our returning champion with a record of 1-2. It's Brian Martin.
That's me. Good old 1-2.
Yeah, that's okay. You know, I was counting up the points. When it's you against the field, you're actually doing pretty well. Because your two losses are
ties.
Ties that went to the right.
Yeah, I haven't had a clean loss. If this were soccer, I wouldn't have any losses this season.
Yeah, it'd be all ties.
Yeah.
But no, the points have to go to the leaderboard somehow. And you're just too good a spoiler.
I guess so. We'll see about this tonight, though. We're digging back into the archive tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So the last movie that we watched for Oh Boy does not have a Rotten Tomatoes score. So we're reaching back into the vault, you called it. I like that. And pulling out a movie that we did years ago and never played, Spoiled Tomatoes. So
yeah, we never played the Rotten Tomato game, but we talked a lot about how this movie must have done when it was released.
And we shared that episode with our contestant tonight.
Let's meet our contestants.
A prominent comic book artist best known for his extensive work on the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise with both Archie Comics and IDW Publishing, and the artistic talent behind our graphic novel series Riding Shotgun in our youth. They call him the mighty Tracy Yardley. Welcome, Tracy.
Hello. Hey, you know what? Before I do my proper hello, I have an air purifier thing over there. I'm going to shut that off in case it's causing an ambient noise. I'll be right back.
Leave it in.
Oh my God, do I have to do that intro over again?
No, keep it just that way.
And if you don't hear that, you'll probably hear some fish tanks, but nothing I can do about it.
All
right.
For a guy who draws Sonic the Hedgehog, I expected that to go a little faster. I gotta be honest.
Oh, good one.
Come on. Anyway, yeah.
And how apropos to be doing Clockstoppers. Super speed with the Sonic book artist.
That's a really good point. I don't think I would have made that connection.
Yeah. Well, Tracy, you requested that you do this movie.
Sure.
And you're the one contestant that's actually gotten what they request to do. Now, is that because you wanted to watch the movie?
I've always been interested in it. I would like to see it sometime. I still have yet to do so.
I was going to say still.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my interest after listening to the podcast is a little less intense. Maybe just out of morbid curiosity now.
If anything, he's probably still interested in our Colombian beauty, Paula Garces. Right?
Perhaps. But, yeah, it doesn't really sound like it's up my alley as much as I would have thought.
Right. Exactly.
No.
Something Nate found out the hard way, too.
I didn't even watch the trailer because I didn't want to spoil the vibe too much because you guys are already kind of lambasted the film as it was. So,
what if you had the power?
Hey, Francesca! No way.
To stop the clock.
How did you do that?
I have no idea. I just pushed this button.
So, your watch stops time?
No. Look, it's moving. I don't think time has stopped. I think we're just moving really fast.
Zach, man, your watch is off the hook. What we gonna do next? Oh, Zach, yeah, that's funny, Zach. That's real funny.
What if there was someone...
Have a nice day, Henry Gates.
My dad consults on all these super secret projects. I sent him a watch.
You idiot!
who'd do anything to get it back. This spring...
There's gotta be something we can do to stop them.
Don't start.
Well, you heard the man. Let's go.
We got a problem. The kid is doing something freaky.
Let's go.
What you can't stop.
Zach, what are you doing? Finishing what I came here to do.
Clockstoppers. Freeze the future.
If I knew too much about it, it's going to be I don't know, maybe easier or guess the scores and stuff. So,
well, that episode obviously was not designed for Spoiled Tomatoes. It just kind of came out that way.
yeah.
Brian, what are you drinking tonight?
I've got small batch 4 roses and a cup of Sprite that I'm not mixing. I thought about it, but like my body physically won't let me pour this delightful bourbon into a glass of Sprite.
No, you pour the Sprite into the bourbon so that you know how much bourbon is in there.
Well, I know how much bourbon is in this.
Now, I don't normally drink, although we did have a bottle of vodka in the back of the freezer that was just a little bit left in it, so I took about 2 shots. It must have been pretty weak, because I don't drink and I don't really feel anything.
You're supposed to wait until you're on the podcast to do that, Tracy.
Well, I was just right before. A little liquid courage,
How many points does he get docked for drinking before the show starts?
Before the show. Okay, so tonight's episode references, oh boy, a time travel podcast, episode 54. Clockstoppers, episode 54. Back when we were actually giving the episodes titles. Yeah, you notice I stopped giving them titles.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
This one, if you're looking for it, is titled, It Was a Movie from 2002. And it posted on June 23rd, 2024. So go back in the feed, folks, if you want to listen to the podcast before we play this delightful game.
Let's just say that, hypothetically speaking, it were possible to accelerate your molecular structure until the rest of the world seemed as if it were standing still. It's called hypertonic.
Now, Tracy, you've listened to the podcast about the movie.
I have.
Are you familiar with the rules of the game?
Vaguely. Numbers aren't my strong suit. There's a lot of math going on in there.
That's okay. I've got it written down.
I haven't listened to the point totals on anything. I just rely on Nate to say, hey, you got 10 points. I'm like, there we go. That's good.
Oh, so I could be fudging this the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, probably. You probably could.
It could be.
I wouldn't know the difference.
If you're new to the rules, here's how the game is played. The contestant will earn points based on their estimation of the movie's Rotten Tomato score. First, they will decide whether or not the movie has been certified fresh, earning 1 point with a correct guess. Next, they will gauge whether the audience score is higher or lower than that of the critics, with the potential to earn 2 points. Now the contestant will provide their best guess of the actual critic and audience scores. Should they manage to guess within 10 percentage points of the current tomato score, they will earn 5 points. If they are within 3 percentage points of the actual score, they will receive 10 points. The contestant can earn 20 points if they guess the score exactly. And, in the unlikely event that the contestant guesses both the critic score and the audience score exactly right, they will be awarded an extra 50 points and end the game with a perfect score of 93 points. Now let's get ready to play.
Well, I'll do my best.
Math. Hey, I've got a proposition.
Yes, a lot of numbers.
I've got a proposition for this one.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that if Tracy and I both score beyond the 10-point threshold and neither one of us gets any points, I think we should have a rule tonight called Second Chance Man. Where we both get to take another guess.
Hey, I'm up for it.
Just in honor of Clockstoppers.
But what if the next contestant wants that same privilege?
They don't get it because it's a Clockstoppers only bonus.
That didn't turn out so bad after all, Mr. Second Chance Man.
Mr. Second Chance Man.
All right. Well, you bring it up should it happen. You'll have to remind me.
Okay.
But yeah, that was ridiculous. Mr. Second Chance Man. I also listened back to the podcast and had forgotten how good we are.
I had forgotten that French Stewart existed.
Oh my
and now
God.
I'm reminded again.
Yeah. Oh, brother. Okay. I cannot let my hosting duties color his opinion of the movie. Okay, Tracy. Now is the time in the show when you are allowed to ask us 3 questions.
Do you have a pet? Do you have a sweet tooth? Do you believe in the power of a curse?
Yeah, I don't really know what to ask.
You had all this time to prepare.
Yeah, I know. But generally speaking, I mean, your review of the movie was pretty dismal, so I'm going to guess that that's probably a fairly common opinion of it. As you said, you don't really hear anything about it, so I don't think it's really a big cultural touchstone. I'm not really exactly sure what I could ask, and I also didn't watch the trailer because I just wanted to go in as blind as possible.
Wow, yeah, I like this. Flying blind. This might...
No, I recall seeing commercials for it vaguely, very vaguely.
Oh my goodness.
20 years ago or whatever. And I recall their poster. It's like green. I think there's like a spirally sort of motif going on or something.
It looks almost exactly like the poster for Agent Cody Banks. For those keeping score. Like, those posters all look the same.
Yeah, it's all the same.
3 kids. One of them's holding his wrist. That's what
Why
they all
would
look
he be holding his wrist? Because he's
where
got
the Clockstopper watch is. That's where the spy watch is.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. And now, as I recall from their podcast, like Nate had said specifically, I kind of always had the vague impression that it was some sort of a sci-fi heist movie, or that they were, stopping criminals in some way. Some sort of secret organization that they were a part of using time travel. Which would be cool, but I guess that's not the case.
No, they went another way.
Yeah.
Yeah. And as you say, any movie with French Stewart, it's just not going to be good.
All right, so what I'm hearing then is you're forfeiting your opportunity to ask us questions about this movie.
Yeah, I genuinely just don't know what I would ask that would help me along.
I'll be honest, I don't know how I would answer. Because it's been like 2 years since I watched this thing.
It's imprinted on my brain.
There are definitely parts I remember very clearly.
Obviously, I had to go back and listen to the podcast, as I said. And the thing that surprised me is near the end, when we were ranking the method of time travel, you were going to put the Clockstopper watch ahead of the clock that went backwards.
I really just... If you remember, if you listen to that season, it took me a while to come around on the clock that went backwards. It's cumbersome. It doesn't work properly as a clock at any point. You have to drag it everywhere you want to go. It was just like, man, what a pain in the ass this thing is.
Yeah.
It was like getting left something in a will, and you don't really want it, but it's like so old you can't sell it or get rid of it. You're like, well, I feel like it would be bad juju. Like my grandfather would curse me forever if I got rid of this stupid thing, but what am I supposed to do with it? But gradually over the course of the season, I came around on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a watch that stops time is a really cool concept, although I guess that's not exactly what it does. Puts you into hyper time.
Which
again, also not necessarily a bad idea. Depends on what you do with it.
The thing that got me about that dumb watch was that it was so ugly. It was just a stupid... It was just a dumb watch. But you know what?
It's a dumb watch. You remember those watches you used to be able to get out of like honeycomb cereal?
Swatch watch?
No, the little plastic ones, the little rubber ones, and it would be like, it would have the cereal logo on it. Do you remember? There was a time where you like Apple Jacks and honeycomb, and all of them just had watches inside of them.
No, I don't remember that.
Vaguely, I recall that kind of thing.
They were better looking than the Clockstopper watch.
I believe it. One of the reasons that I chose to put Clockstoppers in this part of the schedule is that we just finished watching the story of a son who picks up after a father, right?
Okay.
The history of time travel. Not unlike Clockstoppers, where the son picks up after the father in the invention of the Hypertime watch.
And like in Clockstoppers, when the son picks up a wannabe DJ and starts manipulating his limbs.
Oh, man.
I say I picked this because it sounded like fun, as opposed to something like Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeve. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Romance. That didn't sound like a lot of fun to watch to me. So, a fun caper sounded like it would be more fun.
I gotta admit, I think Clockstoppers is more fun to watch than Somewhere in Time.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Especially now, like you say, you end up having fond memories of
pump the brakes there a little bit.
When I've watched something for a podcast, it colors my opinion of it in a positive light.
That's fair. That is fair.
Okay, so Tracy has given up his opportunity to gain any edge whatsoever in this game. So, Brian, if you don't walk away with a win tonight. Okay, Tracy, are you ready to give your answers?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Well, that's not true, because you could have watched the trailer.
I guess so.
Well, I could have, unless I had a time machine or something.
Yeah, Tracy didn't want to watch it because there was a chance that French Stewart would be in the trailer.
Oh, French...
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Okay, Tracy. I'm going to ask you first because theoretically, since Brian has seen the movie, your guesses should not color his opinions. Do you believe that this movie was certified fresh by critics?
I would say no.
No. Okay.
Doesn't strike me as the kind of film that critics are going to go out of their way to be generous toward or even care about.
Do you believe that the user score or the critic score is higher?
That is a really difficult question. I'm going to say that the user reviews are higher than the critic score.
Okay. User. All right. Here's the big question. What do you believe is the critics' score for Clockstoppers? Bear in mind, I don't believe Rotten Tomatoes was a website when this movie came out.
Yes. Who can say if it was even reviewed? I don't know.
Well, we wouldn't be playing the game if it hadn't been reviewed.
That's true, I suppose. I'm going to say that the critic score, I'm going to put it around, let's say, 55%.
55. Okay. And you said that the user score would be higher than 55%.
Yes.
Now, strategically, you could go lower anyway, but
I'll play it straight.
It's been done in the past. Okay, what do you believe is the audience score?
I would think that some people would probably have some nostalgic appreciation for this movie, but maybe not a lot. So I'm going to go with like maybe a 71.
Whoa. Okay. 71%.
French Stewart probably has fond memories.
Does he?
He looks at it and says, wow, I used to be in Things.
I got paid for work.
You think this is the thing that he's fond of?
I think he'd take just about anything now.
Yeah.
Is he in any of those Christian movies?
Is he?
They don't even want him over there. The Dean Cain movies.
I don't know what he's doing. Okay, Brian. Tracy has locked in his answers. Is Clockstoppers a certified fresh movie?
No.
Are you sure?
I am 1,000,000% sure this is not a certified fresh movie.
Okay.
I would stake every ounce of credibility I have in my life on it.
Like your whole life, like not just
my whole life,
not
my
just
professional
like your movie
career,
opinions.
like, yeah. People who just see me like they're not going to let me in the bank anymore to cash checks
because you thought this movie was good. Okay. All right. Well, how do you think users feel about it? Is the critics score higher or the users score higher?
I'm going to say the user score is higher.
So far, you have stolen Tracy's answers. Question 3. Brian, what is the critics' score for Clockstoppers?
28%.
Whoa. Wow.
I suspect you might be closer than
It's got to be low for this. Like, I cannot see people...
critics
just having much to say about it. You know, like, I think a lot of the reviews might have just been... it's bland and forgettable and would have fallen into the negative category.
Sure.
And a lot of them are like, this movie is awful. And then maybe once in a while you get a review that's like, it ain't so bad. And that ends up being a positive review.
Yeah. Audience score might be interesting, given that you're getting user reviews years after the movie's been out. What do you believe the audience score is?
42%.
42.
Because for every person out there who thinks this movie isn't so bad, there's a Tiago S waiting in the wings to say otherwise.
Okay. All right. Well, it's time to reveal your scores. Now, what was this rule about the second chance?
That didn't turn out so bad after all, Mr. Second Chance Man.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Second Chance Man. If neither one of us are within 10 of the actual critic score or the user score, we wipe the slate and we try again.
Okay.
That didn't turn out so bad after all, Mr. Second Chance Man.
Well, in that event, I will need new guesses from each of you on the audience score.
Clearly, we were not as close as we should be.
Mr. Second Chance manning the audience score.
He said if we're outside of 10%, you get a second chance, Mr. Second Chance Man.
Good grief. Well, I said 71.
Brian, you said 42%, and neither one of you are within 10 points of the actual score.
Wow, okay. All right.
Boy. So it could either be really high, really low, or right in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Tracy, you get to go first.
Oh boy. It's a time travel podcast. Boy, geez Louise.
This is unprecedented. Mr. Second Chance Man is not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was thinking that people maybe were nostalgic or had some sort of fondness for the movie, but like I said, let's go all the way down the other end. Let's say 20% user score.
20%. Okay.
Wait, he said 40. So 20%.
Okay.
That leaves you a little bit of room to work with there, if you want to go lower.
Okay, and Brian, would you like to make a second guess?
It cannot be. God, this is tough because I know it's not higher. I said 42% for the audience score.
Correct.
God, it is really hard to imagine this being higher than 52%.
Right.
So,
well, if you slot it down at 31, that leaves us enough room that we won't
don't
have
be,
you know. That's true. No, you're right. God, could it be that low, or is it going to be in the middle? God. I'm going to say 55. I'm going to go the middle route.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, there's no third chance man.
97% the audiences.
You'll be surprised.
Jesus Christ.
No.
You never know.
So, revealing the actual scores, post Second Chances. Is this movie certified fresh? Tracy, you said no. Brian, you said no. And no, this is not a certified fresh movie, clearly.
That's right. $5 for you.
That's 1 point apiece.
All right.
Now, is the user score or the critics score higher? Tracy, you said user. Brian, you also said user, and you're both correct for 2 more points, calling it 3-3 going into the critics measurement. The Rotten Tomatoes score for critics. Tracy, you said 55%. Brian, you said 28%. The actual critics score is 29%.
Holy shit! So
Brian,
close.
you missed it by 1 point.
Wow. Damn.
But that does give you 13 points as we go into the final question, audience score. Now, Tracy, you initially said 71%.
Yeah.
And then you dropped it.
And I revised it down
all the way.
So, yeah. I'm...
Then you dropped it all the way down to 20%. Brian, you started at 42% and went up to 55%. The actual audience score for this is 31%.
Huh.
Wow.
So you both whiffed it. Both guesses.
Well, if you'd have gone with my suggestion, you'd have been right on the money.
You're absolutely right. Jeez.
Exactly right.
31. And I was just 1 point away from getting within the 10 range.
Yeah, within the 10 range. Yep.
Wow.
If you had gone the other direction, you would have really cleaned up on this one. As it stands, Tracy, you've scored 3 points. Brian, you've scored 13 points. And Brian will be our winner tonight.
You suck.
Only 90 points away from a perfect score.
Right.
I was that close.
Seems really pathetic when you consider what the max score is.
Congratulations, Brian.
Yes, congratulations.
Okay.
Happy to be back.
I'll stand by that no question I could have asked would have helped me.
I believe that's true.
Guess those numbers.
I believe that's true.
I guess that's just a compliment to the podcast, right? We gave it such a perfectly clear opinion. Well, the way that we like to end all of our spoiled tomatoes is I will go digging through the user score reviews on the Rotten Tomato website and pull out the ones that I feel are worthy of review. Now, normally these would be the worst reviews that I can find, but given the fact that this movie is already in the 20s and 30s, I thought, hey, why don't we go off the beaten path and try and find some that maybe were pretty good? That wasn't easy.
They're just mixing it up all over the place in this one.
As it turns out, I've just kind of gone through and picked out some reviews that I think are worth mentioning. And not a single one of them has a username attached. They're all anonymous.
Oh, of course they are. Cowards.
Cowards. All of them.
They're going to say nice things about it, but they don't want you to know they're saying nice things about it.
Well, it was really hard to find anybody that said really nice things. but just the same, I'm going to start with a review from February 8th of 2012. 2.5 stars.
A fun family movie about time stoppage. And Data is in it.
Wait a minute. Oh no. They think that French Stewart played Data.
I don't know. But
Data is in it.
A family fun movie about time stoppage, and Data is in it.
Neither of the people we know as Data, the android or the character from the Goonies, are in this movie.
Neither one of them. And Data is capital D, so they're referring to... I can only imagine that they see Commander Riker in the background and are confusing him with Data. Maybe.
But I hope that would be better than them thinking French Stewart is Data, which I think is far likelier.
Really? You think that's what it is?
What else could it be?
Just, I don't know. If they'd signed their name to it, I would have looked them up.
And Data's in it.
We'll have to go back, watch the film frame by frame,
and look to
see if Brent Spiner is anywhere in the film.
Just to make sure, I did go to IMDb and looked it up, and Brent Spiner does not have any credits in because it could be. He's friends with Frakes.
I mean,
right?
Yeah, sure. They've got a podcast now. They're doing a podcasting.
The two of them?
Frakes and Spiner, yeah. It's called...
Name dropping, I think.
It's called Boldly Go, a time travel podcast.
No,
I'm just kidding. Fuck! Damn it. Fuck.
Yeah, they also started a Rotten Tomatoes game show as well.
Oh, man.
What's the Frakesometer say, Brent?
Okay. On December 18th of 2020, I was able to find a 5-star review. Now, the better reviews on here are all, I loved this movie when I was a kid, right?
Okay.
And I tried to steer clear of that because everybody has rose-colored glasses. Just the same, I've got a 5-star review here.
This movie has such an illustrious concept for any fan of sci-fi, Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek, simply based on the concept of a watch that speeds up time.
Now,
just like all those other ones.
Now you have to also love the soundtrack being the epitome of 90s punk, pop, and rock sounds.
We spent a lot of time on that soundtrack.
We did.
The actors did a phenomenal job, and everyone I show this movie to is shocked they hadn't heard of it.
I just picture this person walking around with a copy of Clockstoppers and like, have you seen this? And like, haven't heard of it. No.
never seen it.
And they never will, and they'll never watch it, but at least you've got that one reaction.
Yeah, it just goes to show that everything is somebody's favorite thing out there.
Yeah,
I guess
nice.
That's fair. They round out their review here with,
I'd say it just was poorly exposed to the public. This movie is a gem. Watch it.
Hey, to each their own. Good point, Tracy.
Must have really liked Francesca.
I mean, that's what we took away from it, for sure.
That's what I took away from it. It's like, if I'm going to watch Clockstoppers...
One thing I can agree with him is it probably was poorly marketed. I don't fall in love. Like I said, I might have seen a commercial. I know I've seen something about it. It's buried in my memory.
I remember talking about it at our poker games. That was back when we would play poker every Friday night, and I remember talking about, we got to go see Clockstoppers. And then years later, I did a podcast about it. January 21st of 2012, 2 stars.
Frakes, stick to playing Riker.
And of course, they've spelled Riker R-Y-K-E-R.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with
like
this.
A real fan. The name was spelled out for you in the opening titles of that show every week. You couldn't get it right.
I know. Just a couple more here. May 11th, 2012. 2 stars.
Jesse, the only reason to watch this film. Just wish they had more footage of him in Speedos.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's from Swim Fan from the same year.
What?
You know, the star of this movie is the star of Swim Fan?
Oh!
Did you know that?
The Clockstopper guy?
The Clockstopper guy is the Swim Fan guy.
Was Swim Fan?
Yeah. Well, he was the swimmer.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it either.
I mean, yeah, he's swim, and she was the fan? I don't know how it worked.
She was the fan of his swimming.
It was a stalkery movie, right?
It was Fatal Attraction for teenagers. But yeah.
For damp teenagers.
She was the fan of his swimming.
Got it.
Right.
Okay. Then I get it. Fair review.
Okay. December 4th of 2011. 2 stars.
Clockstoppers is about as exciting as a trip to Kansas.
Yeah.
In that there might be a little excitement, but you probably won't be too much.
I would have signed my name to that one. I like that one quite a bit.
That is pretty good.
Well, Tracy, based on this experience, do you still have interest in seeing the movie Clockstoppers?
Morbid curiosity, yes. I would probably watch a bit of it, just to see what it is. I don't know if I'd actually sit through the whole movie or not.
Why don't you just check out the trailer? Oh, wait.
Maybe I will. Again, I didn't want it to color my perceptions too much, but yeah, I'll take a look at it now. Now that I've lost.
That's the whole point, is to color your perception. You need some manner of perception.
Well, I got that from your podcast, and I think it was pretty spot on.
For better or worse, it'll make you feel like a solid 23 years younger. Because it's just, this is it. Just let the early aughts wash over you.
Yeah. That's why it's titled. This is a movie from 2002.
It's a movie that feels like the inside of Hollister smells. When you walk into Hollister.
Nate's trying not to do a spit take over here.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. That's good. Okay. Well, Tracy, you will not be taking any points to the leaderboard, but you will be back for another movie and still have a chance at, 93 points.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure to watch the trailer next time and think of a few questions to ask.
Would have made all the difference. The difference in the world.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, is there anything that you'd like to plug while you're on, Tracy? What are you up to these days? Any shows you're going to be at, or what you working on?
Yeah, I don't do a lot of comics like I used to do, but once in a while I'll dip my toes into comics or illustration stuff. But I'll be at MomoCon in Atlanta. I want to say that's at the end of May, I believe.
Okay.
You can go online to find the exact dates. I'll be there. Possibly New York City this year again. I don't know, but it's a bit early still.
Okay. But you have like a Shopify or something, right?
I do, yeah. I have a Shopify store, Yardley Art. I think you can find me basically on any kind of social media with that handle, Yardley Art. So if you follow me on Blue Sky, you'll see updates about my art sales and things like that.
Okay. Well, great. It's been fun having you on, Tracy, and we will do this again in just a few months, probably.
Yeah, it's been a good time. I look forward to the next one.
All right, sounds good. I actually don't have a way that these episodes sign off, so we're pretty much done now.
That's the way. We just need to make that the sign off. We're pretty much done now. Yeah, and there's no fade out. It's just
stop the clock.
Dead. Yeah, that's just it. It just cuts off right there.
Okay, guys, we're done.